All right, guys. Good evening. I hope we are good. I hope our day has been great. So, without wasting much of our time, we're still on Python. Last class, I was able to cover the functions, the while loop. I talked about how you can combine if and while, how you can combine for and while, and then I said this week we'll be looking at a mini project of ATM, and then after that, we'll now start our Python session, Python for data science session, where we'll be talking about the libraries that we'll need. So this project will just wrap up what we've learned so far about syntax, structures, data structure, what we've learned so far about the list tuples and everything, because we'll be looking at them holistically with this project. All right. And then afterwards, we now talk about, so meaning that covers our basics, and then we now talk about the libraries for data science, where we talk about NumPy, Panda, scikit-learn, and the rest. And then we see how far we can go. All right. So let's get started. So we are going to be building an ATM machine response. Now remember, if you are on ATM and you're on ATM and you need to withdraw, so it tells you, okay, welcome, Agbabiaka. It's called, you first you are saying, maybe you are saying, welcome to so bank. What is your name? Right? You can ask you what's your name. You can type in your name. Okay, my name is so Michael or something. So so after welcoming you, and then you have to say, okay, enter your PIN, Abi. When you enter your PIN, it tells you, okay, you've entered your PIN. So it tells you, okay, proceed. Do you want to withdraw, or you want to check balance, or you want to do USSD? Depending on what you want to do, it asks you that. And when you are done, so you say, okay, thank you for banking with us, right? Or if you enter a wrong action point, it tells you, okay, thank you for banking with us. You enter a wrong PIN or something. And even if your password, your 4-digit PIN is not correct, it tell you wrong PIN. And if you try it like 3 times, to say PIN blocked. So we are going to follow this syntax and write our code to do the same, to replicate the same, how it works, right? So I'm going to start off with the more or less like the syntax or the procedure. The first thing you want to know is, okay, when you go into a bank, you ask, oh, welcome to so bank, Abi. So we need, these are the procedures we use to build what we need to do. Then after that, maybe when you enter your name, remember the bank already knows your name, but just for us to see how this works, enter your name. Maybe you enter your name, so, and then you tell you welcome, your name. And after that, it will ask you enter your what? Your 4-digit PIN. Your 4-digit PIN. And immediately you enter that, it will ask you, it will tell you you are welcome. So now press this, it will tell you, okay, press 1, press 2, press 3, depending on what you need to press. All right. And then afterwards, we tell you, okay, if you press 1, then afterwards, if what you press was 1, to give you, okay, 1 is for checking balance. Your balance, will tell you maybe your balance is so. You press 2, it might tell you, okay, if you press 2, you want to check, you want to withdraw, right? To tell you how much are you withdrawing, Abi? And then after you withdraw, it gives you your what? Your balance. And after giving you your balance, it can tell you goodbye, depending on what option you choose. And then after that, you can now talk about, okay, maybe if you enter a wrong PIN, tell you wrong PIN. let's say you now entered your 4-digit PIN was now wrong. 4-digit PIN. Let's say your 4-digit was wrong. It will tell you wrong PIN. After 3 tries, after 3 times, it will tell you blocked. Abi? You've been blocked. Right? So we want to replicate this. So the same way we just said this is the same way we replicate this doing this, right? So so let's get started. So as we've said, to tell you welcome to what so bank. So what we'll be doing is what we'll be using is just our loops. So we're working around if and while. If and while most for this, if and while is okay for us, right? So let's start. I will open another. So let's start. So welcome to the name of the bank. So I will say, okay, print member. Well, welcome to Access Bank. And then the next thing is, because it's not a normal bank. Normal bank has my name already. So the next thing is I want to type in my name, and then I want him to say welcome so name, right? I want to say, okay, my name is, so a variable will hold my name and say, you say int, sorry, string input. Please enter, and immediately I enter my name, tell me, I can now say print print. So I will use a formatting. So in Python, this F word means you want to format instead of so there are two ways. You can either say, welcome, you are welcome. Let's say you are welcome. You are welcome. So, you are welcome, comma, space, and then I can now say name. I can do this name. Or I can also say, I can also write this way. Let me put it as comment. I can also write it this way and say print. I will put F in front, F before the quote, then you are welcome, welcome. Then in here, I will now put this curly bracket. So it will tell me it's still the same thing as saying, and then I will close the quote. So this is still the same thing as saying you are welcome, no matter any name you enter. All right. Then after that, I've taken my name, I've entered your name, welcome. So it will tell me, okay, the next thing is enter your 4-digit PIN, right? But first, we need to initialize some stuffs. We want to ensure that someone cannot enter a PIN, a wrong PIN, more than someone cannot enter a wrong PIN more than 3 times, and someone cannot choose wrong option also more than 3 times. So I can do option. I can say option is equal to, so option is equal to 3 times. You cannot have an option more than 3 times, and you cannot enter PIN entrance as well, or tire. Tire 2 cannot be more than what, 3 times. You cannot try it more than 3 times. Now we've initialized that. Then we have to initialize your balance as well. Balance, what you have in your account. Let's say you have 5,000. You need to initialize this as well. Then we can now say, okay, print, enter, print this, enter your 4 digits. Okay. Please enter your 4 digits PIN. So, but for this, we need to first of all, so 2 ways we can initialize our PIN, right? We can initialize our PIN as 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't want us to initialize the PIN. I want the person to initialize it, and then we can now say, okay, if the PIN is not correct, then we say, okay, there's an issue, right? So I can say PIN is equal to, PIN is also always integer, so int input, all right, so input I close that. So that is okay. So let me put a space here. Then the next thing will be, now I can now say if so our trial, you cannot try more than 3 times, Abi. So meaning your trial is either be 1, 2, 3 times. So meaning your trial must be greater than 0. 0 is you've not tried at all. So greater than. So I can say while trial, that should be small letter. While trial is greater than 0. So what I'm saying is, under this block of while trial is greater than 0, anything you see there executed so far, trial is what is greater than 0. So far, the person has not exceeded the 3 times trial. So still give that person. All right. So still give that person that opportunity to still enter. Right. Now I can now say while trial. So I will now say if PIN is equal to, so the PIN has to be, I have my PIN, so I need to verify, the system has to verify that the PIN you are entering is correct. So if PIN, let's say my PIN is 2345. If PIN is 2345, all right, then if PIN is 2345, then give that person the access to continue doing stuffs. All right. So I can now say under this code, now if PIN is 2345, then print so I can now print a proc of go press 1 to check balance. All right. So press 1 to check balance. So I want to introduce a new space. So that is \n. Then that gives me to another space. That's the logic, right? Then again, press withdraw, right? Another space, \n to give me to the next line. Then press, let's say press 3 to log out. Press 1 to check balance, press 2 to withdraw, press 3 to log out. So if the PIN, that's if the PIN is correct, right? So I can now say, okay, So I can now say if now, okay. Before this, okay, so yes, you are still correct. So now want now, so if the person press one, execute this block of code. So let's do that now. So if yeah. So we have to initialize um so let's change this from option to something else. Let's change this one to can't, so that we can use option here. Option is equal to option is equal to so int input, right? So please enter. So I can even bring this in. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Please enter your option, right? So the person will enter to give that person the option to enter the option. So if the option the person enter is one, if option is what? If option is one, then we know that the person wants to check balance. Then in that case, what would that person print? Just print what? Remember the balance of the person is 5,000. Your balance is to comma or just a space before you end that quote. Balance is comma, then you can say bar. Remember we have balance up there. The balance is so. Now that's that about that. Then the next option will be if option, remember, if option is two rather. Option is two, then what happens? Person wants to withdraw. So you can say, okay, how much do you want to withdraw? So withdraw. So you can initiate another variable that captures the withdrawal. So withdraw is int input. How much do you so the person will enter the amount he wants to withdraw. So you can now do another block now. If withdraw, you cannot withdraw anything more than your balance, Abi. You cannot withdraw. So your balance is 5,000 naira. So you cannot say you want to withdraw 6,000. That's negative. So you can only withdraw 5,000 or less. So you can say if withdraw is less than or equal to balance. All right. So meaning if it is less than or equal to balance, then you can now say so if it is less than or equal to balance, you can now say your balance now because you will have withdrawn. Your balance will now be what? Balance, because balance will always be data. Your balance minus what? How much you withdrew, right? So your balance will now be this, right? So or you can write it this way as well. Remember, you can also say balance minus is equal to withdraw. So what this means is balance is equal to balance minus withdraw. So any which way I write that. So I can now say, okay, maybe how much do you want to withdraw? I want to withdraw 3,000. Okay. So I can say, okay, if balance is less than this, the balance is this. I can say, okay, I can say if balance is less than, so I can say withdraw successful. Print. And third, we want to say, okay, withdraw successful. right? I can say withdrawal successful. I can now say okay. Then I'll now print the balance. Now print your balance. Your balance is now so I will now print balance. Balance is now balance for anything you have there, right? So the next line of code will be okay. The next line of code will be, remember, this is the block. For this one, if one, if two, so it has to follow each block. We are just still under block 2. That's why it's going like that way. Now I want to go out of block 2. Now I want to go block this option 2. I want to go to option 3 because we have 3 options. So I can backspace to meet up with this line here. So I say, okay, now it has met up. So if option is 3, print thank you for banking with us. Thank you, banking. Thank you for banking with us. So you tell your bank, thank you for banking with us. Now, if someone now mistakenly enters, so this is if 1, if 2, if 3. So if if statement is a block of if, elif, and s. Remember from the video, if, elif, and s. So I can say if something, else if, Python shorten this to elif, elif. So instead of saying else if, so else if it is this, enter this. So but now these are the 3 options we have. So I can now say else if it is not any of these options, print round print round input. Please enter correct option. All right. Please enter the correct option. Now it's supposed to say, okay, enter 1, you want to check balance. 2, I want to withdraw. 3, I want to. So 3, but maybe the person now enters after 3, say thank you for banking with us. But remember, we are still under this group, right? So even before now, I have to say why true. So if it is 2, 3, 4, 5, so I will have to put another loop here that says why true. So far it is still true. Take me back to. It will take us back to. Please enter your 4-digit PIN, right? So yeah. Yeah, so take us back to that. So I'll still put the while because while is saying, okay, so far this statement is still true, execute all this block of codes, right? So let's still continue. So now wrong input now, but remember, the person has how many counts? You can only do that 3 times. If you try to enter 4, enter 5, enter 6, 3 times, you are pressing the wrong option. You try to enter it 3 times, right? It will log you out and say, no. You have exceeded the number of trials of wrong thing. So what we'll do here is now write another if code. If can't is 0. So meaning if the count is now 0, it has 3 the first time, 2 the first time, 1, and then is 0. So whenever the count is 0, remember, and count is reducing by 1. So I can say count is equal to count minus 1. So it's reducing by 1. Print. So I can. Let me just put this here. If count is 0, print can no longer try. Please leave. And count is what? Reducing by 1. Now, if so, it will just end that person there. But remember, it has just told the person to leave, right? But it will take you back to please enter your 4-digit PIN, right? So okay, so two things we can do is okay, yeah. So our count is reducing by 1, then we can do what? We can break it, right? We can break this. Breaking means we want to halt it. Everything will close there, right? Now I can now come out of this loop and come to this if here. Remember, we say if the pin is 2345, allow that person to execute all this code. Else, so we are now saying else if the pin is not 2345. If the pin is not 2345, then print wrong pin. Print you entered wrong. All right, you entered the wrong pin. Please try again. All right, but now if that person is stubborn, if now tire is also, remember, like this one. Whenever your tire has exceeded and is now 0, immediately your tire, that person's tire is 0, what do you print? Thank you for banking with us. Please leave. So I can now say, okay, so I can now say you've exceeded you have exceeded number of tires and leave. Avoid so I just say you have exceeded the number of tires, you can leave to avoid being robbed. Remember, tire is also reducing by 1. Then you can now the loop will not continue. Now we've written this wonderful code. All right, so now one other thing, one more thing. So while tire, you can see this one, while tire is greater than 0, you execute this, so it's still executing. But anytime this pin, if pin is 234, yes, we are still executing. But if the pin is no longer, so this while is just okay, anytime this tire is still 0, just keep executing. But here we now true that okay, tire is reducing. If this pin is not 2345, break it if tire is less than 0. So the only thing now we need to put in here is to put in a while loop here, all right? So if pin is 2345, okay, that should be how that should be right price. Yes. Okay. So instead of even using trial, yeah, So you can say why true. So why it is true, continue to execute this code. Right here. Change this work. So okay. This is showing us error here. Oh, sorry. This all should not be here. So I should just have said like this. Right? So you can see, okay, name string is not defined. Name string is not defined. Okay, that's this point. Okay, sorry. I think I'm supposed to use str. Yes, str. String input, so not full string. Yeah. So let's run. Yes. Let's run again. Let's stop this. It's supposed to print this first option here. So you can see. Well, anyone is fine. You can see. Welcome to Access Bank. Please enter your name. So I enter your name, Michael. Enter. You can see. You are welcome, Michael. Wow. Please enter your 4-digit PIN. So now let me enter the right one first. This is 2345. You can see the next thing. Please enter. So you can see, please, immediately you saw that my 4-digit PIN is correct. What is it saying? Press 1 to check balance. Press 2 to withdraw. Press 3 to log out. So let me say I want to check balance. 1. You can see. Okay, we need to put in something here. So it says, when I enter my option, your balance is what? 5,000. But it's now saying wrong input. Please enter the correct option. Press 1. So where is wrong input? So what I can do here, because it's executing this option, immediately I pressed run the please enter the correct option. Press 1, press 2. Yeah. Why are you? So it's repeating this line of code. So that's what we really need to. Yeah, so yeah. So I think I will need to. So this is where I will put my while option in 1, 2, 3, because our option must not be more than 1, 2, 3. While option is 1, 2, 3. So this loop is still on. So let me stop it. So that it's not in that. While option, where is it? While option is 1, 2, 3. Right. Option is this. So I will now need to ident my stuff again. Okay. Sorry, this should be here. So this is correct now. This should be here. This goes down here. I'm just trying to follow our identification, because identity is very key. It must be correct. So this one will now be under this Y now. So this is okay now. Else, while option is 1, 2, 3. If 1, if 2, if 3. Else, print this. Yes. So let's run this code again. Yeah, let's run it again. Welcome to access one. Please enter your name. Enter your PIN 12345. Enter your options. So I want to check balance. Aha. So it's correct now. So you can see your balance is what? 5,000. So 2 cost 2. Yeah. So immediately we entered 1. So your balance is what? 5,000, which is our balance. What is this thing again? Please enter your option. So you maybe meaning you are done with the Fox option. So while this is in 1, 2, 3, it will keep executing. It will keep bringing this. Please enter your options, right? Please enter your options. So again, you can say 2. How much do you want to withdraw? 2,000. Can you see the balance is now 3,000 naira, right? So if I say 3, what is it say? Thank you for banking with us. All right. So let's say the person now consistently entered wrong option 4. Okay. Okay, so meaning we need to adjust the loop somewhere. All right, let's adjust the loop somewhere. Let's stop it because the loop keep on running, so which is not what we want to achieve. So we are saying, okay, if the person enters wrong option, so let me even use if instead of while. If option in 1, 2, 3, execute this. Else, print wrong input. Please enter the correct option. Correct. If count is now, remember count is yes. So let's run it now. Let's see. Enter your name, Mike. Welcome, Mike. 2, 3, 4, 5. The loop keeps running. Okay, let me check something. Let me check. Okay, let's try something. Let's say if y trial is greater than 0, as I said the other time. Now, okay, no. This is supposed, because while it's true, we want the pin. The pin is going to be entered there. It's not outside of the loop. So it should be inside of the loop because it's so that it will come back here. So if pin is this, then execute this. Then we can now say, okay, y true, so that we can execute this block of code. Yes, y true. So true should be capital letter. So y true. Option is this. If option is 1, please. So we are not supposed to use L if. Why didn't I see that? So L if option is 2. So after using one L if for the same loop, you have to use L if. The last one will now be else. So sorry, I didn't. So you can see that inside this L if option is 2. We draw this, but I'm saying another if. That if, I'm using if here because this if is contained inside another else if. You can see the block is inside, right? But for this option 3, I still need to say L if. Is other the loop. I have to tab it once. L if. Now I can now here this one I can now say else. Else print this. Okay, this one should even be here. X. So print this. Remember, our count is reducing by 1. If count is 0, immediately 0, print this. Remember our count, so it should be remembering our count here. Remember our count, our tire is 0, then yeah. So let's try this out now. See, enter your name, Mike. Enter your pin 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter your option 1. enter another option 2. I want to withdraw 2,000, for example. So enter option 3. Thank you for banking with us, right? Because that's the option for 3. You want to go. But it will tell you, please enter your PIN again if you try again, right? So enter your option. You now enter 4. To give you 3 options, wrong input, please enter the correct option. You enter another correct wrong one again. 5. Wrong input, you tell you. You enter it for the third time. What are you saying? Wrong input, please enter the correct option and you can no longer what? Try. Please leave. Now, you can see that the next option is bringing for you now is to enter your what 4-digit PIN, because you can no longer try any of this 1, 2, 3 again, because normally it was expecting you to, you've entered the wrong option 3 times. So it will say you can no longer try, please leave. Remember what you have here, you can no longer try, please leave. Now, to now give you another option to enter your PIN to start all over again. Okay, I enter the right one now. Please enter your option 2. You still give me, okay, how much are you? 1,000. Your balance is what? Withdraw successful. Your balance is now what? 2,000. Remember, I've withdrawn before. So 3,000. I've withdrawn 3,000. Now I'm withdrawing another 1,000. You can see that it's registering it. That I've withdrawn 3,000. My balance was 3,000. I now withdraw another 1,000. So now my balance is now what? 2,000. Okay, please enter your 4-digit PIN. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 1,000. Shouldn't be. Okay, yeah. So let's enter wrong PIN now. 3, 4, 5, 6, for example. You can see you enter the wrong PIN. Please try again. If I enter another wrong PIN again, you enter the wrong PIN. Please try again. If I enter it for the last time, it will stop me. You can see you enter the wrong PIN. So you have exceeded the number of trials. You can leave to avoid being blocked. So this is how your loop works, right? This is how your ATM works as well. So this is how it works. You can see it stopped immediately. I entered the wrong PIN, right? Let's try it once more. Welcome to Access Bank. Welcome to Access Bank. Please enter your name, Mike. Say, you are welcome, Mike. I can decide to space it more. Enter your PIN 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter your option 1. So my balance is 5,000 because it's a new transaction. Seen it as new. Okay. Enter another option 2. You want to withdraw 2,000. Your balance is now 3,000 naira. If you want to enter another option 3, thank you for banking with us. But you still want to enter, you want to withdraw again 2. How much do you want to? You know you withdrawn 3,000. Let's say you withdraw 3,000. Your balance is now 3,000. To tell you, okay, your balance withdraw successful. Your balance is now 0. No more money. All right. You enter the wrong option. First time, error. Second time, error. Third time, to tell you you can no longer try. Please leave. You can see the option is green for you now. The only option you can do now is to enter your 4-digit PIN. If you enter your 4-digit PIN, it is wrong first time. Another time is wrong again, second time. If it's wrong for the third time, you say loop finished. So just go through the code. This is how your ATM virtually works. You can see that what we use here is just the while and the if. That's all. And then the print functions, and then the input functions, string input and the int input. String input to take in strings, or what we call varchars, and int input to take in integers. All right, you can see the code. So this just a very very good code to explain the basics of Python, right? So I hope we are good. So in the next video, we'll start about basics of data science with the libraries. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.